What does hazardous waste mean to me? Well, to me, hazardous waste is the type of products and things that we use every day, as well as industrial stuff that causes damage to the environment, or potential damage to the environment if it's not disposed of properly, I guess would be the best way to put it. How does hazardous waste affect me? Well, I guess in my day-to-day life, I don't notice it, but I'm sure that it affects me in small ways. Air quality, groundwater quality, things like that. On average, what do I do with hazardous waste items around the house or in my life? I'd say, for the most part, I try to find the right avenue to dispose of them, but in a lot of cases there's not a good amount of information out there, so I'll hold on to them until I find out, or if I can't find anything, I will send them to the recycling center and hope they can figure it out for me. And have I been informed about the disposal of hazardous waste previously? I had one presentation made in my middle school years by someone who talked about disposal of CFCs and the disposal of batteries, but as far as formally past that, no. I've had to look into it myself. I guess there's just not as good of a mechanism for that kind of awareness around here as there possibly should be.
Hazardous waste. What does it mean to me? When I think of hazardous waste, I usually think of sewers and nuclear waste and batteries and acid. But I also think of things like plastic and petroleum in general. How does hazardous waste affect me? Probably in ways I don't even know. I would have to say I used to use spray paint indoors, and that was quite a high exposure to a hazardous material. But the waste itself, on a day-to-day basis, I don't have what I would consider understood exposure to it, but more so I'm sure I'm being exposed. What do I do with hazardous waste items when I'm disposing of them? I do try to take them, especially oil-based paints and batteries, to recycling facilities, but I usually take them to I save them and then take them to my hometown because I know where they go, and I haven't figured out where they go in Stevens Point yet. And have I been informed about the disposal of hazardous waste previously? Yeah, I had it figured out in Fond du Lac. In Stevens Point I don't. So I haven't here been informed by the municipality in any way.
What does hazardous waste mean to me? Hazardous waste means that it's harmful to the environment, to myself, and I guess in further depth to the environment or to the ecosystem as a whole. Hazardous waste is usually something that people don't really think about that often, which is kind of sad. How does hazardous waste affect me? Well, I'm sure it affects me in ways that I can't even possibly fathom. Um, I know that it's used in everyday items, batteries, paint. It's what your car runs on. I know that almost everything that we use every day is a hazardous waste, and nobody really thinks about what that means or how it affects them because you don't really have to deal with it. So, what do I do with the items that are hazardous waste? On average, I'm going to go ahead and be a little honest here. I sometimes throw them away. I don't know where the recycling facilities are. I do know they exist, and I also know that they have specific collection dates and times, especially on the university campus. Um, but leading into the next question, have I been informed of the disposal of hazardous waste previously? The answer is yes, I have. I've been informed from my high school. I've also been informed a little bit on campus, taking university courses, which is how I found out about those recycling dates, times, and collection places. I couldn't tell you what they are, and had it not been for the university, I would not have been informed at all.
Alright, so to me, hazardous waste would mean something along the lines of a dangerous product that we should avoid. How does it affect me? I assume that it affects me a lot more than I think it does. Probably day to day, I'm just around hazardous waste and I don't even realize it. What do I do with these items? I mean, I probably just use them blindly, not really knowing it. How do I dispose of them? I probably just do what's easiest, what's most convenient, when and where. I believe I've been informed in like educational situations, classes, and other than that, it's not like